Hello everybody, and welcome to 2021. We're sitting here at the end of our first week of the year in our sixth country, Bonaire, the last of the ABC Islands.
We can't help but think about what a wild year 2020 was, so we thought we'd give you a little bit of a recap and bring you along with us. We climbed ancient pyramids, fell in love with the Mexican cuisine, saved baby sea turtles and swam with whale sharks, survived 3 hurricanes, and discovered our love of scuba diving. But first, let's back up to where it all began. At the beginning of the year, we had just sold our RV that we drove across the U.S. for 3 years. From coast to mountains and desert, we saw it all.
I'm watching our home that is no longer our home pull away right now.
Bye, Felicia. With everything we owned packed into 2 suitcases, we were ready for our next adventure.
On January 3rd, we finally left the U.S. and set out on our mission to visit every country in the world.
We're doing it! Woo!
Bye, USA!
Adios!
The first stop was Puerto Vallarta, Mexico.
The aura here is just completely different.
Here, we fell in love with Mexican food through a local cooking class that showed us how to make tortillas from scratch. From then on, we were hooked on Mexican cuisine. So they actually straight up fried the beans. I guess that's what refried means. I could eat this every day forever.
We then moved on to Sayulita, a sleepy little beach town, where we found more incredible food.
So we just got the most beautiful plate of tacos I've ever seen. Oh my god, it's delicious.
There were overall great vibes and even dancing in the streets. Dancing in the streets! One of our favorite hotels we've ever stayed in was Playa Escondida. That's where they filmed the TV show Bachelor in Paradise. Our room even came with a private jacuzzi that fit both of us.
This is the life, eh?
This is terrible.
We got our own private jacuzzi and our own private view of the ocean.
We don't ever want to leave. Please don't make us leave. We want to stay in paradise forever. The history and culture of Mexico City is intoxicating. From the crowds of people who gather in the Zocalo, to the many museums, to the beautiful cathedrals, to the Ballet Folklorico at the Bellas Artes building. This city is bound to sweep you off your feet.
Plus, the vegan food scene in Mexico City is absolutely incredible. Vegan options are everywhere.
Everything in Mexico City is literally the best food we've ever had.
You can't experience Mexico City without taking the party boats of Xochimilco.
We're getting on the party boats. Corona Mega!
We got the mariachis on board!
Here, you can try the traditional fermented agave drink called pulque. It's delicious.
It's like a thick milk type juice, but it's alcoholic, so like you can't really go wrong with that, right? One of the best day trips from here is to the ancient city of Teotihuacan,
Welcome to the City of the Gods.
where you'll find the tallest pyramid in the world that you can climb. We even caught an EVP, or electronic voice phenomenon, on camera. Inside the pyramids here, they've found mica, which comes from Brazil over 3,000 miles away. And it's an energy conductor, but it makes it so it doesn't get really hot inside.
In February, we flew down to the Yucatan Peninsula. We got our first taste of the Mayan underworld by swimming in cenotes and explored the Mayan ruins of Tulum. We swam with sea turtles and enjoyed the beaches and vegan options in Playa del Carmen.
Then in March, coronavirus turned the world upside down. and we made the decision to fly back to the States.
Travel is taking a hit, and so many Americans are scrambling to get home before they get stranded.
Shoulder to shoulder, no social distancing at U.S. airports.
The United States is closing the border with Mexico for non-essential travel.
So things in the Cancun airport seem to be business as usual. A lot of people here. Nobody's wearing gloves, no masks, nobody's taking temperatures. We spent 5 months locked down, trying to stay sane by exercising, drinking way too much.
It's about time to drink!
Attempting quarantine haircuts.
We're chopping off 6 inches.
Dun, 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 dun.
And trying out some cooking videos. Turns out we're not very good cooks.
Like potato mush. Are you serious?
Yeah.
You don't know what an IKEA meatball looks like? Half the size of this. Half the size. They're too big.
What does it matter?
Just do it right.
Protests erupted outside of our building, and we took to the streets to march for Black lives and against police brutality. Things in the US were just getting worse. So, after multiple PCR tests, we decided to flee back to Mexico.
On the island of Cozumel, our whole lives got flipped upside down when we decided to try scuba diving. We felt completely in love with it and started our journey from open water students to advanced open water, and finally ended up becoming rescue divers. We explored the gorgeous reefs in Cozumel, some of the best diving in the world, and did some cavern diving in cenotes.
We did it, we're mermaids, we did it, we're mermaids, we did it.
We also knocked off some major bucket list items, like rescuing baby sea turtles, swam with whale sharks, and manta rays.
I don't do well on boats, so I threw up on a manta ray today.
We explored the beautiful rustic island of Holbox,
This is quite the tropical paradise.
went glamping in a dome,
I'm excited to be in this unique environment.
and had Chichen Itza, one of the new 7 wonders of the world, all to ourselves.
This is insane. There is nobody here.
We experienced 3 major hurricanes, which caused significant damage to the Yucatan Peninsula. After living for days on end with no power or running water, we knew we needed to get out of the hurricane belt.
Hurricane!
So we headed down to Aruba, the first of the ABC Islands. Here, we enjoyed the white sandy beaches and became wreck divers to be able to enter some awesome wrecks, including sunken airplanes. We were so excited to get to try some traditional Aruban dishes.
Wow. Wow. There's so much flavor going on in that right now.
A 20-minute flight on the tiniest plane ever brought us to country number 5, Curaçao. We enjoyed the many beautiful beaches, tried the famous blue Curaçao liqueur. We also did some time underwater, including a cleanup dive, and hung out with the island's resident sea turtles.
We can't wait to share the rest of our Curaçao series with you, so make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss it.
We are so excited about our adventures that we have coming up in 2021, so make sure you hit that bell icon so you get notified every time we release a new video, which is every Sunday.
We also want to say a huge thank you to our patrons who have helped us along on our YouTube journey. If you're interested in becoming a patron, you'll get early access to every video along with some other awesome perks like monthly postcards.
Thank you to everybody who is subscribed, who likes our videos, who leaves us comments. We really appreciate all of your support that you've given us over the years, and we just are so grateful that you're here with us on our YouTube journey. We'll see you next Sunday.
See ya.
Look at that butt.
Teotihuacan. Really, really?
Really, really.
Really, really. Really, really.
Really, really.
Really, really.
Really, really.
And what did they call you?
Pan. La reina de pan. That means pan queen.
Queen of the bread.
Bread queen.
Bread queen.
Queen of the bread.
The bread queen. Panaderia.
You can take you to the nicest restaurants in the world with all the best food, but as soon as the bread basket comes out, that's when happiness sets
It's all
in.
about the bread basket, baby.
It's always an adventure to launch the drone from the water, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Your favorite.
I hate it.
They're really good. Really sour.
Don't get my gut in there.
I did.
Yeah.
Perfection. I don't know what that was.
Now it's time for tequila. That's how we get through a hurricane, right?
Yeah.
Tequila time. We got our beer stocked full of fridge. We got our fridge stocked full of beer.
Cool. Cool.
I just stabbed myself in the back of the throat.
And so I got to teach Hayden about the bucket. Although you got the very nice use it to flush the toilet side of things, not use it as the toilet.
As the
side of
toilet.
things.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Wow. That's enough.